One.
Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about languages, and in particular, Sepulana, the language. Um, Codesa, which was the venue where our constitution was written, did not do a complete job in only recognizing 11 languages. There is no doubt about that. But the country has got more than 11 languages. Sepulana is one of them. Gujarati of the Indians is one of them, and others. So there should be no shyness in fighting for any language to be recognized. And Sepulana needs to be fought for, not only by Mapulana, but by all of us, to be recognized. Because the history of a people is also defined in their language. A language tells you about direto, about setso sa batho. So o ka se bolela setso sa Mapulana ka Senyesemane, tshwanetse o se bolabole ka Sepulana, Sekgwahale. A sa bolabole Sepulana ka mora mengwaga ya 10, we won't know gore Sepulana ke eng. Bana ba rena le batlogolo ba ka se tsebe gore Sepulana ke se bolaboliwa bjang, ba ka se se. So right now we must protect our history, and in the history it's not just gore na le Mapulana. It is history of the role of struggle. The struggle is not only the one recorded by the ANC and the PAC and AZAP. The struggle of Mapulana is very interesting, and I know some of it as a lawyer. They were fighting for their land. Umkhaya matsikitsana le butwai ba lola mobu wa bona ka mola le phong plugin tse ding. The white people, the Afrikaners, were angry with them. They banished them to the Eastern Cape, to a place called Whittlesea. I've been there. I've been there to see that place, and I know the family Lily in Abadula Leon. So it's a journey which they took against their will. They were banished. They were like Mandela in jail, but they were not allowed to come to Bushbuck Ridge. So their jail was Whittlesea. Balwela in fighting for their land, and in other words, for their language, Sepulana. Upulana babon. When they came back, the first thing they did, when they found out they were homeland, which were not there when they were banned, there were no boundaries saying that this is Kazangulu, this is Leboa. They found that their school at Lepong falls under what was called Kazangulu. They said, no, it doesn't matter what you call it, but this is our school. This was Mapulana. They were charged criminally for trespassing and other things. I was the lawyer when the Mashidas came to me and said, defend us against these criminal things they're charging us with. We appeared in the court at Tulamash, and it's a very interesting story because no Arabona, and then more trial in Chicharapil, more Macastrata, Trump. Nagaebe, magistrate about Choa, Arcable. A lot of Kumrakam Kader and do the hand, one knock or so on the TB now. We died fit my fellow, Nelinda got defend them in the pause. Our Bakra discharge, come Kabo, Kapala Gokrangaka discharge. You're like a Buchanaka, would live longer and ask about discharge, and Hanako controller, Nikaba Lukul La Pause. As well, so those things are real history. And then we'll tell that about the couple more whole whatever, Comari. Maybe Takamina might sit to them, I would like Maripi score. The couple on the horses cuckoo and the KK or coffee. Barabutaka history of Mapulan. History is all on, about to write you are, and I must tell Banawanyan. One the language, it's your identity, whenever when. It's your identity. It's your culture. Uja bang, uja ing, ulema bang, udura bang, o le tsa di kgomo bjang o le tsa di tonki bjang o di gama bjang setšo sa wena ka mokgwa o dirang ka ona le nyala di dira bjang ka moka tsone dilo tseo direto tša mapulana the values tša mapulana the habits tša mapulana ka moka tsone kore the soul of the Mapulana people is in the language. So if you kill the language, you kill Mapulana people. So the language must keep that soul, that pride, that identity, that culture, that history. So the idiom of the language is, the idiom of Mapulana is in the language. The reto is in the language. Everything is in the language. The mekgwa is in the language. The communications, the character, history of the people is in their language. Sepulana is not spade. Sepulana is Pulana. Spade is in the constitution, therefore Sepulana is separate. Sepulana is a language, it must stand on its own, it must be recognized. Now my advice to Mapulana Kamokore, I don't want submission. Submission resign the kebaba to buy sign the shall say sign the Marosha sign or Mashide which you are come over sign. Easy player cocktail were asking for recognition of our language. The Khoisan, I'm acting for 18 groups of Khoisan. They're busy doing that. Why Mapulana side the river one? We sit on our hands, nothing will happen. And it is this generation of Mapulana trying to protect the Mapulana. The more Mapulana no more what's the Tobela.